Let's get this party started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Let's get you on my desktop. My headset's all messed up. Let's open up our placeable factories. I started working on getting the file ready yesterday, but never finished the factory. So I got the pallets are in here. The smoke particles in here. I think I fixed the store photo. Yeah, so Seagram's escapes. Farm chick, good morning. So Seagram's escapes. And then I started the blank base for the factory. And now I almost want to cry. It's like the last factory we have to build for an FS19. Alright, let's get a plane to work on. So we'll have something to work on. Let's get rid of the extra lights for now. Let's keep one. This way we know we have to work on the lights. And I think I kept one sign in. Oh, hold on, wrong one. I kept one sign in for us to mess around with. Alright, we have our pallet spawners are here, so we'll work around our pallet spawners. And I don't even remember what the building looks like that I imported to use. Not bad. Okay, we can live with this. Now, where do we want to put the building? Can I split it on... No, we don't have enough room to split it on the spawner. So how do we want this factory facing? What do I want for the back? What do I want for the front? Let's see if we can't... hold on. I think I'm going to spin it around. Let's go this way. Let's take it to 90. So our pallets will spawn out on this back side of the building. Yeah, I think I can live with that. So let's pull this over and get it centered. Yeah, I can live with that. So we'll spawn our pallets out back there. I don't think, well, let me move this first of all and get it in the correct transform group. Now, can I move, is this little building separate from the big building? It is. We can actually move that out a little bit. So we can drop our product off in here. And then we may change up the red. I'm not a fan of the red, because I think most of our palettes, most of our colors are blue. So I may get rid of the red. We'll see. Alright, so let's see how many warning stripes do we have? We've got one set there, and where is this set? Probably under the building. It is. Alright, perfect. So we'll use this for our inputs. And this will be for the prairie map. This will be Seagram's factory for the prairie map. Yeah, we can drop off our goods over here. Oh, I like that. Alright. And we'll figure out how big this needs to be. Probably a little bit larger, but we'll leave it here for now. So let's grab our exact fill route. Spin this around. Alright, that'll work. Let's grab our pallet trigger. And we'll spin it around. And Now, what are we putting in? Do I need the bale trigger? We're using coal, so yeah, we'll keep the bale trigger. So you can we'll use like coal, wood chips, straw, and nutshells. All right, so that should be our inputs. Out, we have no out trigger because we're spawning our pallets out. We have our player trigger. I'm going to leave it here because that's where our pallets are going to spawn out. So warning stripes are done. Audio. Audio can stay where it is. Now, let's bring in... let me go file import. I think it is the Ritchieville... Oh, what factory? I'm having a senior moment. What did we call the Ritchieville lemonade, Alex's lemonade? Let's bring this in a second. I want to grab one of these trucks. Let's grab one of the trucks. Do I want this truck because we're not liquid on this. This truck would make sense if we were doing a liquid. This truck does not make sense because we are doing a pallet. Alright, so I do not want Alex's lemonade. Let's get rid of that. It's not the truck I want. Let's go file import Prairie Bakery. Does the bakery have a truck? There's a flatbed truck with a pallet sitting on it. Oh crap, this factory is going to be massive. This is going to be probably a bigger factory than I wanted. Do you have a... You have a box fan. You don't have the open truck. Okay, that's not the one I want then. Which factory has the open truck? Is it the pierogi factory? You have the open truck. You do. Alright, you're the okay, actually I want a couple things out of here. I want this truck. So let's go edit, cut, main, paste. So it gives us that truck, and then I want this truck as well. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, now we can get rid of this factory. Now where did our trucks end up at? Alright, so this is the one with the pallets on it. We're going to have to change the texture up on the pallet. Is there... There is not. If I put it on this side, will it block? Let's go over here with this one. Yeah, I'll go over here with this one. And we'll change the textures up. And then our other truck with the maintenance and stuff, that can go over here on this side. I can live with that. And then let's do a quick save. Let me jump into the archives a minute. There's a couple vehicles in here I want to grab. And if I can remember where I put them. Decorations. Yeah, there's a couple of vehicles in here I want to grab. At least one or two for employees. So let's grab... Alright, let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. Vehicle 5. I want this guy. Let's go File, Export. What are we working on? Seagrams. Let's go V1. And then we'll grab... Oh, Vehicle 6 works. Let's go File, Export, V6. Doesn't matter what I name them, those are gonna get deleted anyway. Alright, so let's go File, Import. Let's bring the two cars in. And we'll put them over here. Main. Alright, so just make sure they're not floating. Let's see if they need to come down a little bit. No, we should be good. Alright, let's do quick save. Now, what are our inputs? Melon are bulk, lemon's bulk, strawberry is bulk, blueberry's bulk, raspberry, vineyard is bulk, bottles. Let's do a visibility node for bottles. Alright, let's come up to input. Let's go, let me create a transform group. Let's go edit cut goods, and you're going to be visibility node. Now I need a bottles palette. So we're making bottles at the glass factory. So File, Import, Placeable Mods, Glass Factory, Bottles Palette. And I'll throw you here a minute. And let's grab, I've got to grab this guy first. And put it here a second. And then I have to grab this guy. So edit, cut, and paste. And then I have to get rid of all of the collisions out of the map. And make sure there's nothing in here. Alright, this all looks good. Alright, so you're going to be bottles. Alright, so where are our bottles going to go when we drop them off? Will they fit under here? They will. Perfect. They will. We can get a whole run of bottles under here. Go down on my speed a little bit. Alright, why don't you this way though? So let's go to 90. Make sure you're sitting on the ground. You are. Now how far back can I get you? You can go this far back, which means I could probably get 2 rows under here. So actually, let me do this. If I put you here, yeah, we can get 2 rows under here. So if you drop your when you drop your bottles off, they'll show up under here. Do I want the first few up top? Do I want the first few up top? Now we'll just put them all under here. Oh crap, I have no idea what I just did. Delete that one. But I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's getting ready for that 16x map to come out tomorrow. See if I can't get in. A little bit better camera angle. Head down to the first one. And yeah, we definitely have room for 2 rows. Let's come past the post. And pull this one over this way. Alright, we have our bottles in. Farm Chick is in. Arlarn, hello. Thank you for y'all for stopping in. Alright, so we have our bottles in. We have our truck, which is the pierogi, so we're going to have to fix... let's do a quick save. Let's do a save and a close. Let's fix all of our textures, so the vehicles I'm done with, we can delete. The building, we are done with. Alright, let's fix our textures. Oh crap, we got a whole bunch to bring in. Oh, because of the truck. Okay. And then we have the pallets from the glass factory to bring in. Alright, we're going to have to bring in, looks like most of the textures from the pierogi factory. Alright, let me minimize this. I'm going to have a couple screens open here. Alright, textures. let's go to the Pierogi Factory textures. Now I don't need all of them, so I'm going to have to be careful on what we pick and choose here. First three are under palettes. So Pierogi Factory palettes textures. We need loaded potato. So I need these three first. So let's copy those over to here. And now I'm going to actually open this one up so I can change the texture. So that takes care of the first three. Now we need, what are the next three? Broom, 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 and broom. And then cardboard boxes, cargo box, charcoal bag. Let's copy those over to here. So that gets us down to here. Alright, earmuffs, extension cord, fire extinguisher, flatbed, garden hose. Let's copy those over to here. So that takes us down to here. So we need gas canister, gas cylinder. Gas canister, gas cylinder, gas trimmer. Copy those. Alright, that gets us down to here. So let's pick it up with hose. Oh, we need hedge trimmer. Hedge trimmer. Hedge trimmer. Hose. Oh, let's just grab them. Hose. And then we go down to ladder, lawnmower, leaf blower. Let's copy those over to here. So that gets us down to here. Alright, so we need pails, poplar, toolbox. Let's copy those. Pull this down. Alright, so what else do we need under toolbox? We need tree sapling. I need vacuum cleaner and water canister. So let's copy those over to here. Let's fix these so far. Alright, so all of these we can do a search, replace with textures. Okay, and then let's go back to here. Search, replace, textures. There we go. So that takes care of those. Now we need to fix our glass factory. So now we need to go into the glass factory, palettes, textures. We need, what three did we need? We needed bottles, decal 1 and decal 2. So I need this one, and this one moved over to here. And then we can fix these three. Alright, let's save that. Now this should be all of our textures fixed when we open this back up. Now we got a couple we need to change. but there shouldn't be any more errors. All right, no texture errors in the log. All right, so the only thing we should have to fix now is we have to get rid of this pierogi. We need to get rid of the pierogi textures. So what did we have? So we have the Mrs. T's. We need to change them to... Can we do... I may have to rebuild I may have to take them out of the truck completely. Let me open this up a minute. Yeah, because you're a different size. Crap. Alright, we got a little bit more work to do. What I wanted to do just by changing the texture is not going to work. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to delete these. And then let's go File, Import, Seagram's Factory, Prairie. Palettes. Let's just bring one of the palettes in. Which one do we want? We'll do the blue raspberry. And I'll throw you right here for now. So I need this guy. Into here. And I'm just going to throw it here for now. And then I need this guy put into here. And then this needs to get deleted. And then we'll work with this guy. Alright, let's turn it. Let's go this way to 0. Nope, it's gonna, because the truck's at a weird angle. Alright. So let's bring you down. Over. We'll try and square you up. And then we'll throw a couple on this side. Alright, so that should take care of our truck. Now, like I said, most of our signs and colors and stuff are blue. We may change we may get rid of the red and try and change it up to some blue. That should take care of... Let's look at our sign that we left in here, floating out in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Okay, over here. Alright, so let's bring you down. Now we have the old-fashioned Seagram sign on the building itself, but this is the more modern Seagram's Tropical Escapes. And we can actually go a little bit bigger on this one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the red. Let's throw one there. Let's bring this out and we'll flip it around. Throw one there. can we get... If I make it a little bit small, we could probably get one over here. Or we can take up a window. Now let's see if we can't slide it in here above the door. So we're probably going to have to go, yeah, a little bit smaller. I can live with the signs. Signs are good. I'll call the signs good. Now let's grab our lighting. And where do we leave the one light at? Let's get one on this corner. Throw one over on this corner. And we'll come straight across. So throw one. Throw one there. Come down. Throw one there. Spin it this way. And we'll come back. And we'll get one over closer to our drop-off point. Yeah, that works there. And then let's get some over on this side for our pickup point. So throw one on this corner. Now actually pull this down, throw it between the windows. And we'll throw one more down here. Alright. Let's do another quick save. So our lighting should be taken care of. Let's take care of our factory size itself. Get that off the list. I can live with that. So where's our clear area? This side. Alright, spin around. Alright. So you need to go here. You need to go here. And then the height needs to go on this corner. Yeah, this factory is going to be a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to be. But it's the last factory for the prairie map that was not built yet. Alright, let's do another quick save. Now, I'm not a fan of the red. So let's take a quick peek at the textures for the building. Which is probably going to be this one. We may still end up with a red stripe on the building. Yeah, we're going to end up with some red stripes on the building as well. Let me try something real quick. Let's pull this up. Let's go color picker blue. Let's go magic wand paint bucket. I just want to try something real quick. Let's go file, save as D1. Save that a minute. Let's go back into textures. Alright, so it's this color here. Alright, let's close the factory a minute. Yeah, oh crap, yeah, save and close it. Alright, let's close the factory a minute. Let's pull up, not the map. Alright, let's pull this up a second. I'm going to have to come back to that name. And then let's pull that name back up, so I know what I'm looking for. FASS textures fasten blue D1. Let's save that, and then let's see what this looks like, if it opens up in blue or not. I can live with the blue. Now we just got to figure out how to get rid of the red stripe. So what texture now is our red stripe? It's going to be the one with the doors, I think. Yeah, it's going to be the one with the doors. Okay. So let's save this and close it. So let's go back into here. And it's, like I said, it's probably that one with the doors. If I can find it again. Okay, now I'm blind. I saw it the first time. This one. Oh, I already had it open. Alright, so let's now come back into here. Let's go color picker the darker blue. Let's grab our magic wand and then our paint bucket and then the magic wand and the paint bucket. So let's go file, save as Terra Blue 2. And then we go back into, oh, not that file. We go back into here. So Terra Blue 2. So let's open this back up. And we find textures, Terra Blue 2. Let's save that. And then let's open this back up again. How can I get your 16x map of Ritchieville? That will be released tomorrow. WJSARBK, thank you for stopping in, much appreciated. There, I'm going to do a release stream tomorrow on the 16x map. Right now my Patreon members have it. They've had it since last Saturday, so it's going to get released tomorrow. Alright, so I'm still missing one more texture with red stripes. Let's see if we can't find it. So there's got to be one more texture in here that has some red on it. No. Yes, there has to be one more texture in here that has some blue on it. We just have to, or has some red on it. We just have to find it. Where the heck is our red stripe? I'm missing a texture with a red stripe and I can't find it. And did I just close? I did. We're working on Seagram's textures. Where the heck am I blind and I'm not seeing this last red building? That's the fire extinguisher. I'm missing something else with a red stripe. And I'm not seeing it. Were there two? And I missed one. No, Terra Blue 2. Alright, so what the heck am I missing? Yeah, that's our, should be our blue stripe. It should have opened up with our blue stripe instead of the red stripe. Unless I can pick it up on this building. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be called BLAU. Let's go back into textures. And why am I not seeing it in here? Why am I not seeing that texture in here? Because it's in the shader, no? Yeah, I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to change this red texture. Alright, let me do this. Let me try one other thing. Let's go back into here. Let's go magic wand bucket. This gives us our darker blue color. Let's go file, save as number 2. I want to try something in here. Let's go back to which one was this one, right? Yeah, let's try changing this to the darker color. There we go. So that's going to get rid of the red and get us our blue. Sassy one, good morning. SP912121, good morning. If I've missed anybody in chat, I do apologize. We are working on the last factory for FS19, and this is the last factory we had to build for the prairie map. I can live with the new colors. I was not a fan of that red. Alright, let's give this another save. And let's just start at the top and see if we're missing anything. Alright, so in triggers are done. There's no out triggers because we're spawning pallets out. Player triggers done, warning stripes are done, audio is done. Camera's good, main is good, clear area is done. Lighting is done, trigger icon is done. Do we want to put any smoke in this? I don't really see any chimneys. So I'm not seeing any smoke. We're going to leave smoke particles out of this factory. Alright, that works for me. So no smoke particles. Let's give this a save. I think the factory itself is done. And beer and cake time. It is definitely going to be some kind of adult beverage time, that's for sure. Alright, so factory itself should now be good. Our textures should now be good. Let's go into here. Alright, so palettes are done. Particle systems are done. Scripts are done. Sounds are good. First up, mod description. Okay, so you are now Seagrams. Now our palettes. First palette is blue raspberry ice. Our second palette is grape fizz. Our third palette is Jamaican Me Happy. So Jamaican Me Happy. And we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of the space. Now our XML is going to be called Seagrams. And this should take care of our mod description. Alright, next up is the 110. We have to change all of Quaker Oats to Seagram's. I think that's what my palette is called. It is. Or my file name is called. So Quaker Oats becomes Seagram's. Alright, so Quaker Oats becomes Seagram's. We're going to make some adult beverages. How's that sound? Alright, first input. Let me grab my notebook. We need melon. Second input is lemon. We have strawberry, blueberry, raspberry. We need just the purple grape, so vineyard. We need bottles. Now, is it bottles singular or is it bottles plural? It is bottles plural. So we have bottles. We need ice cube. Now, is it ice cube or is it ice cubes? It is ice cube with a capital C. Alright, so we need ice cube. We need sugar. And we need coal. So those are going to be our 10 inputs. The first production line is going to be Jamaican Me Happy. Second production line is going to be Grape Fizz. Third production line is going to be Blue Raspberry Ice. And then production line 4 we don't need. I can just rename this one number 4, and that one will be just for our global company menu. Alright, so that should be the 110 taken care of. We have to rename this to Seagram's. And then let's get our XML done. So we have Seagram's. Get our price taken care of. And now I'm going to leave coal, wood chip, straw, nutshell in here. But so melon, lemon, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, vineyard, bottles, ice cube, and sugar. Alright, those are going to be our inputs. Factory is, function is Seagram's. I3D is Seagram's. Our hotspot Seagram's, and then this has to go all caps. And then now we can change the rest of all of Quaker Oats to Seagram's. And let's save that, and let's come back up to the top. Alright, so we have one input, one pallet trigger, one bale trigger, so they didn't change. Now we just have to fix all of our inputs. So melon. Alright, number 2 becomes lemon. So you become lemon. 3 becomes strawberry. If I can spell. Alright, so number 4 becomes blueberry. You become blueberry, you become raspberry, Alright, number 5, so under raspberry, vineyard. You become vineyard. You become bottles. You become bottles. We have to add a visibility note to that one. We'll come back to that. So bottles, ice cube. You become ice cube. You become sugar. You become sugar. Alright, that's going to be our inputs, but I need to add a visibility node to bottles. The Jamaican Me Happy is very yummy if you like wine coolers. I've never tried it, but it does look really good. Alright, I need a visibility node for bottles. What factory can I pull a visibility node out of? I think I may have one in the hen house. We have a plane, we have a plane, we have a plane. We have a visibility node. I just need this command. I need this command moved to here. And then I can delete, I don't need the hen house. Alright, so our visibility node is going to be number 0, 0, and 3. So you become 0, 0, and 3. Alright, so that's all of our inputs done. Now, our first output is Jamaican Me Happy. And then our palette also has to be fixed. Alright, second output is grape fizz. And then we have to fix our palette. Alright, third palette is blue raspberry ice. So blue raspberry ice has to go down here as well. And we don't have a fourth output in this building, so let's get rid of this. Alright, so our outputs should be done. So Jamaican Me Happy, everything looks good there. Grape Fizz, and then blue raspberry ice. Now, our first factory is going to make our first production line is the Jamaican Me Happy. Now that one gets melon. It needs melon. It needs lemon. It needs strawberry. And we have to add, let's grab the coal. We need bottles, and I need sugar. And we're going to keep the coal. Alright, so now let's even these out. So let's go with, so 20, 40, 60, 75% in for 100% out. I can live with that. Let's grab this mess here and throw it here for a minute. But you become Grape Fizz. So we go with just vineyard. So no lemon, no strawberry. So let's go like 60, now 75% in for 100% out. I can live with that one. Now the problem is we have no smoke particles, so this has to go. And then this has to go. Alright, so let's grab this again. Let's bring it down here. You become blue raspberry ice. So now we need blueberry and raspberry. And then strawberry can go. So blueberry, raspberry, bottle, sugar, coal. So 60, 75% in, 100% out. I can live with that. There is no smoke particles. That can go. That can go. We got rid of this whole production line. And then you become number 4. Alright, let's fix our outputs first. So we have Jamaican Me Happy. We have Grape Fizz. We have blue raspberry ice, and we don't have a fourth output. Alright, now we have melon, lemon, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, raspberry, vineyard, bottles, ice cube, sugar. Now this one is just for the global company menu. So that takes care of everything there. We got rid of the smoke, so there's no smoke particles. And then how many lights do we have in this factory? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to add 2 more lights. So you should become number 5 and 6. Alright, let's check our i3D mapping. Everything else should be fine. I don't think anything else has changed. So I think our i3D mapping should actually be pretty much done. Clear area. Alright, where's our clear area? Clear area is number 8. Icon is number 11. So clear area is 8, icon's 11. I don't expect any changes to the i3D mapping. Camera is 5. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2. None of those have changed. Spawners are still number 9. They haven't changed. Player triggers 2, audio is 4. Yep, I think we are ready for testing. Let's save that. Let's go back to the Seagram's factory. Let me just double check our texture paths, make sure nothing has changed. Nothing's up with the textures. I think we're ready to take this for a test drive. And then I got to change mods folders. Let's go to Prairie Zipped. Let's go to there. Now let's go to my mods folder switcher. We want Prairie Zipped. And let's see if this puppy's throwing any errors. Alright, let's go to my test map. We should have the Seagram's factory now to activate. I want to make sure it shows up in the store first, and it does. That's the first good sign. Appreciate everybody stopping in today. Now, Sassy One, you're going to want to make me go out and buy some wine coolers for the weekend. Alright, let's grab a little bit of speed, and we'll head back here to where our factories are. Now, the potato chip factory got released today, and then I sent the hen house to the Patreon members. The Patreon members got the hen house today, and then we still have the pierogi factory's been released. The bakery is not yet released, so that this one should go to the Patreons. Or did I release the bakery? I can't remember. So the bakery still has to be released, I think. Quaker Oats, I think, still has to be released. And then the last factory is going to be the Seagram's factory. And it's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger than what I was expecting it to be. Let's check this out. Looks pretty cool though. Alright, let's pop into the menu. Alright, so Jamaica Me Happy, we have melon, lemon, strawberry, bottles, sugar, and coal. Grape Fizz, we have the red grapes, bottles, sugar, and coal. Blue raspberry ice, blueberry raspberry, bottle, sugar, and coal. Alright, let me check the log really quick before we start testing this. And just make sure nothing weird popped up in the log with any Lua errors or any i3D mapping errors. Nope, log is completely clean. Alright, so what pallets do we need? We need sugar, ice cubes, and bottles. So sugar, ice cubes, and bottles. So let's grab, see if we have any sugar back here. What do I have sitting out? Butter. See if we can't spawn out some sugar, if we have any. I do. Oh cool, and it's over on this side. Alright, let's grab the sugar. Where is my pallet trailer? Alright, let's grab the sugar. What setting are you on? You're on tall pallets. I've got to change you to regular size pallets. I think. I think these are regular size pallets. Dixie's in the house. Party time after the new map release. I know, we can all party with wine coolers. I don't want to pick up that butter palette, so let's just make white swing. Alright, let's throw the sugar in here. Alright, what else did I say we had in bottles and ice cubes? Let's see if we have any bottles and ice cubes in the warehouse. May have to run back to the mill to get some bottles. But yeah, it's almost sad that this is the last building factory we have to build for 19. I'm going to be super bored on Fridays now. We got a couple to release, but this is the last one we have to build. Alright, do we have bottles and ice cubes in here? Ice cubes. We don't have any ice cubes in here. Crap. Do we have any bottles in here? We don't. We do. Let's spawn out. Yeah, let's spawn out our. Now, I may have to get the ice cube factory up and running just to get us some ice cubes. Are you running? You are not running. All right, so we're gonna have to make some ice cubes. What do you need? Water and diesel. Where's my tanker? Let's grab the tanker. We got to make some ice cubes. I don't need many. We just need to make a few ice cubes. Oh crap, does this thing need sacks? Let's throw this crap in here first and see what else this factory needs. I know it needs some water. Throw some water in. Let's throw a load of diesel in. And does it need sacks? It does not. Alright. So let's roll a couple hours. Let's spawn out some ice cubes. That'll get us enough to test the factory. Let's go find our pallet truck. Alright, let's grab the bottles. Are these regular size or are these tall? Nope, regular size. Alright, that works. Let's grab the bottles. Go grab the ice. And let's head back to the Seagram's factory. Now, can I sneak through here without getting stuck? Maybe. Hey, that works. Let me pull out away from the trigger a little bit further. So I can actually get these in the trigger. I should suck the rest of that in. Let's get this guy out of the way. And let's find our little K100. He's got to be sitting over here somewhere. Hello? If you're a K100, where are you hiding? You are oh, are you all the way back at the... No, we have one here. Alright. Let's get the wood chips out of there for now. Alright, let's go with melon. Just gonna go in order by my my notebook. Alright, let's get melon in here. Alright, so we need lemon next. And then strawberry. Strawberry, blueberry, blueberry, raspberry. Raspberry. Vineyard. Red grapes. Only red grapes, no white grapes, because it's grape fizz. It's actually blue. So we're going to use just the purple grapes. So we're going to use the vineyard. So just the red grape. Alright, let me get this guy out of the way. Now I want to make sure it takes the straw bales. So let me grab my store delivery mod and let's get ourselves a couple of stacks of bales to make sure we can accept the straw. And we'll make sure the bale trigger works. So you need to go to large square bales. Cherokee, hello, good morning. Appreciate everybody stopping in today. It's kind of a sad day because this is the last factory we have to build for FS19. Alright, so bale trigger works. Let's just throw in a little bit more either coal, straw, wood chips, or nutshells, just so we have enough fuel in here to test. Alright, so let's grab, doesn't matter which one we grab, whatever one we come to first. I think we'll come to straw, wood chips. Wood chips work. So that should be everything we need to fill this factory with. Everything should be active. It is. So let's go another hour or two. Actually, hold on. Let's go another. Alright, that works. Alright, let's grab like 4. We'll go with 5. 5 Jamaica Me Happy. 5 Grape Fizz. 5 Blue Raspberry Ice. So here are our palettes. So Blue Raspberry Ice. They look pretty cool. This is the Jamaica Me Happy. So melons, lemons, and strawberry. Now I'm going to want to go out and buy some of these for the weekend. And the Grape Fizz. Seagrams. Let's see. Let's check the warehouse, make sure the warehouse takes them. And then we'll make sure the sell plane works. So let's go back to regular size pallets. And I passed it off. Regular size pallets. Got issues. The issues with the Patreon fixed. Thanks. Oh, you are more than welcome. Glad you were able to get that fixed. Alright, let's make sure the warehouse works. And sneak through the trees without getting stuck. And what did I do? Put one pallet outside of the trigger? Looks like I did. There we go. Alright, now we should have... Let's forward time. So they transfer from the in to the out. And for some reason, freaking global company eats 1 liter and nobody knows why. Alright, you're making me happy. Grape fizz and blue raspberry ice. Let's spawn those back out. Does the factory have any more? Or did I spawn everything out already? No, we can grab a couple more pallets. Grape fizz, blue raspberry ice. Alright, let's test the sell point out. Yeah, once the 16x map's released, I'm probably going to go back to playing on this map. I don't know if I'll do much playing on the 16x. Alright, let's head to one of the sell points. And keep an eye on the time. This is about 10:15. We're early today. This is our last factory. I'm going to look at updating some of the older placeables to make sure that everything takes the new containers. Alright, let's head. It doesn't matter. I think Dollar General or Aldi's takes all of every product. There, 119 grand. I can live with that. Yeah, in the last 24 hours, I think I've had about 4 people ask me if they can have the new map today. Alright. Now I'm kind of sad because we got no more factories to build. Well, I can get creative and build fill types into the maps for like 10 more, but we got peeps asking you too. Yeah, I've got, like I said, I've got in the last 24 hours, I think I've had like 4 people ask me for the map today. But no, I think we're going to call this factory good. I could probably use a few more signs, but I'm not going to mess with it. But no, we're going to call this one. So let's save it. And let's get out of here. And let's close everything for the Seagram's factory. You are fill types for Ritchie Valley. I'm going to leave that open yet in case I'm not done messing with Ritchie Valley. Alright, let's look at, let's go to our placeable mods. I'm going to sort this by date. I'm going to start looking at some of these older factories and see if there's anything that we have to update that hasn't been touched in a while. All the Prairie ones have the new triggers. The cannery. Let's start with the, actually let's just go down to the bottom, we'll work our way up. Charging station we don't have to touch. The fermenting house, yeah, this one hasn't been updated since January. So let's look at the fermenting house and see if it will accept the new container triggers. Let's check the triggers on this. Oh, this one has to be built. Alright, let's look at our triggers. We have an exact fill route and we have a pallet trigger. So this factory is container ready, so I don't have to mess with this one. The homestead, I'm not messing with anything for the homestead map. Leatherworks. Alright, what do you have in the way of triggers? You have an exact fill route and a pallet trigger, so you are container ready. Old Man's Mill. See what that has. Alright, Old Man's Mill, what do you have in the way of triggers? You have an exact fill route, you have a pallet trigger, and you have a bale trigger, so you do not have, you are container ready. Dole Foods. Alright, Dole Foods has an exact fill route and a pallet trigger, so you are container ready. I'm not messing with anything Homestead. The feed mills. All the feed mills, ooh, that's a good question. Let's look at the birdseed mixer. Do you guys have, you have an exact fill route, you have a pallet trigger, and you have a bale trigger, so these all should be container ready. Let me just spot check one more. You have, yeah, you guys are all container ready. Alright, so that one should be good. The evaporator we eliminated, we're not using that anymore. The Ritchie Vineyard. What do you have? You guys need a pallet trigger to be container ready. So let's go, let's create a plane to work on. Let's come over here to where our exact fill route was. Nice. Okay. So let's go File, Import. I can actually bring the Seagram's factory in because we just need a trigger. Let's go Pallet Trigger, Edit, Cut, and Paste. And let's get rid of this factory. Alright, Pallet Trigger. Should be good there. let's give that a quick save. Now we have to go into the mod description. It's now going to become v1.1. Let me grab a clean page in my notebook so I know what to update later today. Or this weekend. I'll get these updates out at some point after I get everything uploaded to... Alright, let's go. Alright, so this is the Ritchie Vineyard. And it's going to be v1.1. Alright, so that's going to take care of the mod description. We need to update the XML, but I need an XML that already has a pallet trigger in it. Yeah, because I need to steal this, and we need to put it in here. And then I need to steal the i3D mapping. Pallet trigger 1 needs to go anywhere in here. And it should be 001. It is 001. Alright, so we can save that. Let's spin our camera back around. Let's get rid of the plane. Save the factory. And let's delete, actually let's delete this copy, I don't need it. Let's zip this back up. And then let's grab my other mods folder. Let's go to Ritchieville zipped. Copy, paste. Let's go to Ritchieville zipped. And we'll just test these one at a time. Make sure that they're going to work and not throw any errors. And we're just adding these in so we can drop containers off instead of bulk. Because a lot of these older factories were never updated to accept the new container triggers for the new containers. Alright, we're going to jump into my test map. And I don't know how much of these I'll update on camera. This will probably be I can't sleep over the weekend project. So I'll have nothing else to work on. No maps to work on, no more factories to work on. I'm going to have to cry myself to sleep. I'm going to throw you all on Be Right Back for a second. And let me go check in with my sister. I heard a knock on my door. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I am back. Let's throw you back on here. She's getting ready to leave the house and run some errands for the day, so she's going to be gone most of the day. So, let's jump into here. Let's test. Let's grab a little bit of speed. Like I said, I want to do these one at a time just to make sure they're not throwing any errors. And let's head back to... I've got the vineyard sitting back here somewhere. Well, I got lucky. What do you take that we need a container for? Manure? We have no manure. We got herbicide. We should have herbicide in a container. So let's test that. We did not put any manure in a container because you just don't get enough manure to put 1 million liters in a container. But we can pop out one herbicide. Now, the million-dollar question is, where the heck is my container trailer? I have no idea where my container trailer is. It's sitting back here, probably at the last factory we tested. Yeah, so I'm probably going to just mess around with container trigger, just updating the older factories for the container triggers until lunchtime. So about the next hour, we'll mess around with these. So nothing too exciting. But it's the only way to know if what needed to be updated and what didn't need to be updated. So you should now take herbicide. Now it's not going to take the whole container because the container holds 1 million liters, but it did take everything it needed and it topped this factory off. Yeah, so it took what it needed. Perfect. So that will now take the containers. See, what's nice about that is now you can just drop herbicide, take one container, go to all of your factories that take herbicide and just top them off and then keep going. So it should top all of your herbicide off. So you can just drive to every vineyard and orchard and top off all of your herbicide at the same time. I like it because if I'm driving across the map, I could pull a double and take 6 different products with me across the map. That should, did I drop it off at the right factory? It did. It should suck it back in. Did I drop it at the right trigger? No. I did. Why are you not taking the herbicide back in? Why are you not taking the herbicide back in? There's no reason why you shouldn't. There we go. Now it's sucked the rest of the herbicide in. Alright, let's get out of here. And we'll see what the next oldest factory is. And again, I'll probably just peek at the log throughout just to make sure nothing's going to throw any Lua errors as we update these. Alright, so the next oldest factory. Scroll back to the bottom. Alright, where were we? Leatherworks fire ring. Dole Foods we've already looked at. Homestead we're not updating. Evaporator. Alright, rubber plantation. Rubber plantation is probably also going to need a trigger. Maybe. Alright, it only has an exact fill route, but what does this factory take? We're inputting herbicide, yeah, so it is taking herbicide, so this one's also going to need a pallet trigger. So let's go File, Import. I'm actually going to bring the vineyard in that we just updated. I'm going to grab the pallet trigger. And then we can delete that back out. And then my pallet trigger just needs to come over here. And then it's going to be 0, 0, and 1. So I don't even need to keep this open. Let's save this and close it. So let's go to the mod description. You're going to be 1.1. Let's open up the rubber plantation. Let me make a note for myself, so I know what to upload to Mega tonight, so I can put these updates out at some point this weekend. Alright, we're going to grab this command and put it down here. And it's 001, so I don't need to change anything there. And then we need to grab this command and throw it up here. And then this should be everything we need for the rubber plantation. So let's delete this one. Zip it back up. And let's throw that in our Ritchieville test map. Alright, I'm not going to go in and test that one quite yet, because that was just an easy update. Alright, let's back down to the bottom. Let's look at some more of our older factories. Textile Mill. Textile Mill. Let's see what it has in the way of triggers. Alright, so that already has a pallet trigger, so that one's container ready. So we don't need to do anything to the textile mill. Power cell plant. Power cell plant has a pallet trigger, so this one is container ready. Bus depot we don't have to mess with. Orchards we don't have to mess with because I know they all have, I think they all have pallet triggers. Let's just double check. Let's spot check one of the spot check one of the orchards. They should all have pallet triggers. They don't. They take herbicide, correct? They take herbicide. Alright, so we're going to want to update all of the orchards and greenhouses. Yeah, because we could put like banana, we could put, no, sorry, the inputs are herbicide, water, manure. do we want to update these for herbicide? Do I want to go through 6 updates just to put a container, pallet trigger in for a container? I guess we do. Alright, so which one is this? Orchard 2. Alright, let's go file, import. We can steal it from the vineyard. Let's go pallet trigger. And now let's delete out the vineyard. Let's take the pallet trigger. And let's get it in here. If we're going to update them, we might as well do it right. Alright, so that is going to be, that's a different number. This one's going to be 1, 0, and 1. So let's go to mod description. You're going to be version 1.1. I need to grab this command and put it here, and then I need pallet trigger 1 down here. So let's grab this command and put it here. But it was 1, 0, and 1. So let's save that. And then we can save this. And then Orchard 2, I can delete and zip it back up. So copy and paste. Alright, Orchard 2 is v1.1. Alright, so that is, go back down here. Orchard 1 is also going to have to get updated. So let's just go here. You're going to be 1.1. So let's go file, import. Now if I pull in Orchard 2 that we just updated, alright, where did it go? Okay, let's go by, let's grab Orchard 2 if I can find it. What the heck? Oh, Orchard 2. Let's bring that in. One Dragon just rated with 3 viewers. Thank you so much. I'm going to grab the pallet trigger from the second Orchard. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. Let's delete out the other Orchard. And our pallet trigger should fall right into place. And it's also going to be 1, 0, and 1. So let's save this. So now let's go to Orchard 1 into here, and we need this command for our pallet trigger put down to here. Delete that. And then I need the command up top let's grab this command here and put it here and save that. SP just hosted with 1 viewer. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So that is Orchard 1 and Orchard 2 updated. So let's save this and close it. Let's come back into here. Delete this one. Zip this one back up. Let's copy this over to here. So Orchard 1 is now v1.1. So let's just update Orchard 3 and we'll go in and test all of these together. So Orchard 3 came out at a different time than Orchards 1 and 2. Let me sort this by name. Let's go into Orchard 3 and see if it has... It's probably going to be missing the pallet trigger as well. Yeah, see, it only has the one trigger, so this is going to need a second trigger as well. So let's go File, Import Orchard 2 in. Let's grab the pallet trigger. And let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. And then we can delete out the other orchard. So that leaves us with just the pallet trigger. And it is also 1, 0, and 1 on the i3D mapping. Honda Teddy, hello. I'm done with the... we built our last FS19 factory this morning. It was the Seagram's factory for the Prairie map. And now we're just updating some of the old factories to make sure they all have the extra trigger for the containers. And then I'll probably go for about another half an hour and get out of here for an early lunch. Alright, so this one has, let's do another quick save. Alright, so Orchard 3 is now version 1.1. And let's open up Orchard 3. I need this command over to here. Oh, come on. Control, let's try that again. Pallet trigger. Control C, Control V. Alright. And then I also need this command moved over to here. And let's save that. And then let's save this again and close it. Let's delete this. Let's zip this back up. And let's go copy, paste. Now let's jump it back into the Ritchie map real quick. Let's make sure that we have no errors with the rubber factory and Orchards 1, 2, and 3. And just update my notebook so I know what to upload to Mega tonight. Alright, let's test these three real quick. Got map to work. Thanks for your video, and we're not going to mention PV tools, but thanks to you are more than welcome. That video was like way overdue. I had a couple new players had some issues this week, so I just took the time yesterday to record that Trello how-to video. But I appreciate everybody taking time out of their day, stopping in and saying hello today. Alright, let's grab a little bit of speed. And we'll head back this way to this complete disaster back here. And let's head over back to here. Let's pop out that herbicide container back out. And then our 3 orchards, let's see if any of them need herbicide. This one could be topped off. This one I think already is topped off. Yeah, this one already has herbicide. So this one can use, where's my other orchard? We didn't get to the greenhouses yet. Where the heck is my other orchard? I don't know if I have one down. I honestly don't know if I even have orchard 3 on this map. Do we have orchard 3 on this map? Should have everyone down here. We do not. We do not have an orchard 3 on this map to test, and I'm not going to build it. So we'll test that one trigger. Now, where was the rubber plantation? Should be over here somewhere. Do you need herbicide? You do. So let's test these 2 triggers. Yeah, there was especially for new players, there was a lot of confusion on how Trello works and what to download and everything required to run the maps, what to zip, what not to unzip. So I was really hoping that the video I made was helpful. Alright, so we should now be able to deliver herbicide. Here, and it's not going to take the whole container except it's 1,000,000 liters. But it took, okay, so it took the herbicide it needed. So that trigger works. Let's go test the rubber plantation. And then it should take what it needs. And it did. Okay, so far we are good. I don't think we have that. We have the greenhouses to update, but I don't think we have that many more factories that we have to fix for containers. So matter of fact, I'm going to leave this herbicide container out because we're going to probably do the 3 greenhouses next. So we'll let this guy sit here. Let's do a quick save. And let's update the 3 greenhouses. And paint.net I'm done with. Let's just close that. Alright. Let's get back into here. So the 3 orchards are done. So let's grab greenhouse 1. And I'm almost positive it's not going to have, yeah, it doesn't have a palette trigger. So let's go File, Import. I could bring the orchard in. We can steal the trigger from there. So let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. And then delete that back out. And at this, yeah, these are all in the same spot, so they should all fall into place. And they're also 1, 0, and 1. So let's save that. So this is going to become version 1.1. Let's close a few of these that I don't need open. Alright, let's go to Greenhouse 1. Let's grab this command, move it here. It doesn't matter where I put it, just any open spot. But it is also 1, 0, and 1. And then we need up here, I need this command goes into here. So let's save that. Let's save this and close it. Alright, so Greenhouse 1, I did update the mod description, yes. Alright, let's delete this. Zip this back up. Let's copy this into here. And then let's go right to Greenhouse 2. So it's going to be 1.1. We can do the XML first. It doesn't matter what order we do them in. So let's grab this command and throw it here. And then let's grab this command and throw it down here. So let's save that. Now let's open up Greenhouse 2. What are those gold statues? I'll show you those when we go back in. They are that's Old Man's House of Wax. So you take your wax from the apiary and turn them into Old Man statues. I'll show them to you when we go back in game. As soon as we get the 3 greenhouses updated, we'll go back in game. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in Orchard 2. I'm going to grab the palette trigger. So let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. We'll delete the orchard back out. And that should fall right into place. So let's save that. And it's 101, and let's save it and close it. So Greenhouse 2 is going to be done. So let's delete this, zip it back up. So let's go copy and paste. And then let's grab Greenhouse 3. It's going to become version 1.1. Let's grab the XML. I need this command moved to here. And then I need this command moved to here. Save that. So the XML work is done. So Greenhouse 3. Let's go File, Import. Let's grab the trigger. Let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. Get rid of that. It should be 1, 0, and 1. It is. Let's save this, close it. Let me delete this, zip this back up. I have a lot of stuff to upload over the weekend. So copy and paste. Alright, let me go grab my notebook. So greenhouse 1, 2, and 3 are now V1.1. So greenhouses are now should be updated. Let's jump back in game real quick. Yeah, I'll show you Old Man's House of Wax. Let's jump back into our save game. I'm hoping there's not that many more factories to update. Let's grab a little bit of speed. And we'll head back to this mess back here somewhere. Alright, these are a couple statues that I just have sitting here on a trailer. But this is, let's jump up here. These are old man wax statues. So we should have a House of Wax factory. So this is House of Wax. So all you do is take the wax from your apiary. There's no use for it. I don't think there's any other use for wax. And then turn it into old men statues and then sell them. You'll get more money for the statue than you will for just selling the wax right from the apiary. Old Men Farming, hello. Thank you for stopping in. So that is Old Man's House of Wax. Now let's grab this container of herbicide. Now I only have 2 greenhouses down on the map. I don't have the 3rd greenhouse down. But let's see if they need herbicide. And make sure that, yeah, so you could take herbicide. And I believe this one should take herbicide. Let's test those triggers. And then we can consider the greenhouses updated. Again, it's not going to take the whole container because that holds 1,000,000 liters. And it did not take the herbicide. Why did you not take the herbicide? Did I miss the trigger? Oh, come on. Now, let's see if I missed a trigger. Let's just reposition. Where is the trigger? I don't see the trigger. Oh, okay, yeah, the trigger is there. Okay, so you took the herbicide that time. I was not in the trigger. So everything will work with existing game saves when I put these updates out this weekend. And then you should take a little bit of herbicide you did. Alright, so now all the orchards and greenhouses are updated to take the containers. So let's drop this back into storage. And that should suck it in. There we go, disappear. Alright, let's do a quick save. And let's get out of here. If you're just joining us, we're just going through the older factories to make sure they all take the new containers. So let's go back into our placeables. Let's sort by date again. Let's go back down to the bottom and start looking at these older factories again. So Textile Mill was good. Miners Mill. Let's take a look at Miners Mill. And make sure it has the pallet container. Or the pallet trigger. So this one's container ready. So you don't have to worry about this one. Hershey Foods. Hershey Foods is pallet ready. So this will take the new containers. Don't have to worry about Hershey's. Soda Factory. Bridget, hello. Thank you all for stopping in. Alright, let's check the Soda Factory. So there's a pallet trigger for goods. There's no pallet trigger for coal. So we're going to have to add a pallet trigger for coal. So it'll take a container of coal. Alright, so let's create a plane to work on. Just so I know exactly where the ground is. Alright, so let's grab, so you do not have a pallet, or a pallet trigger for a container. So let's duplicate pallet trigger 1. Let's pull it over here. And I could definitely make it smaller. So you're going to become pallet trigger 2. Let's do a quick save. Alright, so let's pull up the Soda Factory. So you're going to become version 1.1. Greenhouses we're done with. Let me close those. Let's open up the soda house. And where our coal goes, I'm going to grab this command and move it here, but you're going to become pallet trigger 2, and then we're going to come down here and we're going to take pallet trigger 1, we're going to make it pallet trigger 2, and it should be 0, 0, and 2. It is. So we just need to change this to 0, 0, and 2. So let's save that. So this should be the Soda Factory updated. So you could put a container of coal in instead of a bulk. So let's delete the base. Let's save it. And now let's look at our XML really quick. So how much coal is it actually taking? Let's update this now to hold 1,000,000 liters instead of 500,000. Alright, so the soda house should be updated now. Not what I want. So let's delete this copy. Let's zip this one back up. And let's copy this into the Ridgeville test map. Let me grab my notebook. Soda house V1.1. I'm gonna be uploading updates like all night tonight and all day tomorrow. Alright, let's go jump back into test map. We'll check the soda house, make sure it's going to take a container where the coal goes. And we'll also check the log for errors, because I haven't checked the log for errors on the last 4 updates. Courseplay in-game mod hub still working on the new 16x map. Have not tried it on the other map. Arlarn, if you could do me a favor, start a new game save with the new 16x map and Courseplay. Once you're in the map and it's loaded and Courseplay is loaded, try buying field 57 and 58 and let me know if it crashes the game. Because that's what I was told, that everything is fine until you purchase field 57 or purchase field 58, and that's when it crashes. But I've not had a chance to test it. So don't mess up any existing save games you have. Start a new save game just to test those 2 fields, if you don't mind. Alright, let's jump. It's not where I wanted to go. Let's go over here first. Alright, so we know it's going to need coal. So let's pop out a container of coal. And then let's test the bulk. So we know we make grape soda or orange soda. Let's grab an orange container. 57, 58. Yeah, if you can test that for me, that would be awesome. You are not my container trailer. Where is my container trailer? My container trailer is down here. So we're going to test the 2 triggers at the soda factory because they've not been container tested since I built the containers. So let's grab some oranges, let's grab some coal, and we'll make sure that that factory's container ready. Alright, soda factory is here. And before I drop these in, let me make sure that this needs coal and it needs oranges. So let's check this. Where the heck is your... Over here. We took the scenic route. You need coal and you need oranges. Perfect. So let's test. Now it's not going to take the whole container because there are 1,000,000 liters, but let's see if these now take the containers. Alright, it's taking the coal, so we know that trigger now works. Let's see if it'll take the oranges. Now I know it's not going to take the whole container, but let's see if it's taken oranges. It did. It took what it needed. So our oranges should be full, our coal should be full. It is perfect. So now the soda factory is container ready. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to update these old factories with getting that new map finished. So let's drop the oranges back in here. Just so we can get them off the map. And then let's drop the coal back into storage. Now, if you've not seen the new storage containers, you can spawn out containers, or you can pick up bulk. So you can come in here with your tipper, and under here is a spout where you can pick up bulk goods. And then the same thing with every container storage. You can pop out a container, or you can pick up bulk. So if you don't want 1,000,000 liters, you can just grab, 100,000 liters or whatever you want. So that's what's nice about those container storages. So let's save this. Let's get out of here. Bad touch, good morning. Let's get out of here. And let's check the log. Like I said, we've updated like 5 factories, and I've not checked the log for any i3D or Lua errors. And we are clean. Alright, so Soda House is now updated. So what's left on our older factories? Hershey Foods Sandwich Shop. Let's check the sandwich shop. And that has a pallet trigger, so that's container ready. Sweet Treats. Sweet Treats has a pallet trigger, so that's container ready. Kingsford I never built. I'm not going to build it. Let's check the lemonade factory. These newer factories should all have pallet containers. It was just some of those older ones. Yeah, that one has a pallet tray, so this one's container friendly. Bait House. Yeah, all these newer ones should be fine. So I think we are done with updates. Bait House has, yep, that has a pallet trigger. Hatchery, if the Bait House has one, the hatchery should have one. Yep, that has the pallet trigger, so this one's container ready. Everything from July and August, like all these, let's just randomly check a few more. But these should all be container ready. Yeah, this has a pallet trigger. House of Wax has a pallet trigger. The bakery. Alright. Everything that you drop off has a pallet trigger. The diesel does not. So the diesel is going to need a pallet trigger as well. So let's create a plane to work on. And let's grab pallet trigger 1. Actually, can we, you know what we're going to do? We're going to update this, but we are going to delete. We're actually going to get rid of this trigger, and everything is going to go into the 1 trigger. So let's delete trigger 2. Let's delete the warning stripes, and let's save this. let's take the bakery, let's make it version 1.2, and let's go into the bakery. Let's get rid of the diesel trigger completely, and we're going to take diesel, we're going to take it and move it to the goods trigger. And then we need to get rid of exact fill route 2 and save it. Now everything's going to go into one trigger in the bakery. And it's going to be V1.2. We won't even need to test it because it already has, all I did was eliminate a trigger. So bakery should now be updated. Let's get rid of the plane and save it. We'll test it anyway. So let's delete this, zip this back up. So let's go copy and paste. Alright, so the bakery should now be updated. So what's our next oldest factory? House of Wax. Nut House is good. Hatchery was good. The Nut House. I can't remember if I checked this or not. Busy working on auto drive routes for Ritchie Valley. It's fun. I'm definitely learning the map. Yeah, that map is a challenge. Alright, House of Nuts, I already checked this. House of Nuts has the pallet trigger. House of Wax does. Get Slush, so the slushy factory. Slushy factory has pallet trigger, so we don't need to touch this factory. Acme Corporation, I think, was built after the containers were built, so I think this one's fine. Yep, it has a pallet trigger, so this one's container ready. Drywall Factory. Drywall Factory needs a big update. I'm going to skip the Drywall Factory for a minute. Let's take a look at Budweiser. The placeable Drywall Factory, I want to get rid of the individual pallet spawners. So that one's going to need a little bit more of a update. So Budweiser is good. That's container friendly. I think all these that were updated in August were container ready. Concrete plant. Yeah, concrete plant has a pallet trigger. Frozen foods. Probably still testing for a couple of days. No hurry, but that is very, very much appreciated. Alright, so that has a... Alright, coal does not. So this factory is going to need a pallet trigger where the coal goes. Alright, so frozen foods. Let's grab pallet trigger 1. Let me duplicate it. We'll call it pallet trigger 2. Let's bring it over where the coal goes. And let me... It doesn't need to be this big, so I only need to drop off one container. So let's save that, and it's going to be 0, 0, and 2. So frozen foods mod description, you become version 1.1. Bakery I can close. Soda house can close. Alright. Frozen foods. where the coal goes, I could take pallet trigger 1, put it here, make it pallet trigger 2, and we come down here and we take pallet trigger 1, and we make it pallet trigger 2, and it becomes 0, 0, and 2. So let's save that. Let's get rid of the plane and save this. And let me grab my notebook real quick. Alright, frozen foods. Is going to be V1.1. So let me delete this. We'll zip this back up. And let's go copy and paste. And actually, I may do that again. Hold on. How much coal is this taking? Let's update this to 1,000,000 liters. Alright, let's delete that and re-zip it back up. Zip this back up. Alright, so copy and paste. Alright, let's jump back into Ritchieville. Let's check the bakery and frozen foods. The drywall factory is more of an update than I want to get into right now, because I want to remove all the individual pallet spawners so we can manually spawn out drywall so that factory doesn't shut down once all the spawners are full. So that needs more of an update than I want to get into right now. So I'm going to grab lunch break soon, and then after lunch I'm going to come back and jump in the new 16x map for a couple of hours. And then I can continue working on updates slowly over the weekend, so everything is updated by the weekend. By the time the weekend's over, I want every single older factory to be updated. So I will have absolutely nothing left on my to-do list except to sit back and play. Alright, so here's our container trailer. Let's go check the bakery and frozen foods real quick. Bakery should be sitting over here. So everything now goes into one trigger. So the diesel will now go into this one trigger. Let's see if it needs diesel. It doesn't need much, but we'll bring the container over and we'll see if it fills it up. Now, my frozen foods factory. Where is my frozen foods factory? That's a good question. It's not over here. Over here. Frozen foods factory. Do you need coal? Yes, so let's grab a coal container and let's grab a diesel container. So let's spawn out a diesel container, and we'll spawn out a coal container. Can I get to the trigger? I barely. At least we know where my truck is. Yeah, definitely gonna be a nice break. But I'll be completely bored because I'll have absolutely nothing to work on. Alright, so the bakery should take, it's not going to take this whole container, but it should take enough diesel to top it off. So at least we'll know that this trigger is going to work. So it should take part of the diesel, and it did. So this factory should be full. Alright, so this trigger is going to work. Let's check the coal in frozen foods. And if it takes the coal, then frozen foods will take all of the containers. And the coal's filling up. So this factory is now container ready. I'm going to be completely bored with not working in the editor. Let's let it suck the diesel in and we'll pick up the coal. Does it need a new save game? V2.4. What version are you going from to go to V2.4 of Prairie? 2.0 or higher does not need a new save game. If you're going any V.1 to V.2 needs a new game save. Alright. So we can get out of here. And let's go back and look at our list and see how many more factories. I know I have to do Ace Drywall, but that's a little bit longer project than I want to get into right now. So yeah, Bridget, let me know what version of Prairie you have. If you have any V.1, no matter what it is, like 1.0, 1.1, or 1.2, any version 1.1, going to any version of 2 requires a new game save. But if you have 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, or 2.3, going to 2.4, you'll be fine. Let's check the log and make sure there's nothing weird going on with the last 2 factories we worked on. We are good. So what do we have left in the way of older factories that haven't been updated yet? Alright, so Slushy was good, Budweiser was good, Concrete Factory was good. Glue Factory. Glue Factory has a pallet trigger, so it's container ready. Heinz. Heinz has a pallet trigger, so it's container ready. Ice Cream Factory. Has a pallet trigger, so it's container ready. The Press House. press house has a pallet trigger, so it's container ready. The refinery, let's take a peek at this. This hasn't been touched in a while. And it has a pallet trigger, so it is container ready. Smuckers. We have too many damn factories. It has a pallet, so this one's container ready. P&G. Toilet paper and paper towels. Wood chips, it'll take wood chips or logs, so that's already been updated. And then it takes a pallet, pallets. This one's container ready. So P&G is done. The Weiss Foods, but not the Weiss Foods for the Prairie Map, the Weiss Foods for Ritchieville, Hollow Islands, and Valley. And it's container ready. Craft and dairy. A very, very minor warning found in the log. It says brand image is missing for PMS cement truck. Yeah, that's been there for a while. That definitely nothing that affects the gameplay. Yeah, the cement truck is just got some kind of brand or image or something missing. That's not anything that's game breaking. You have a pallet trigger. Ale trigger. Alright, this is... That one is container ready. Coffee house. Coffee house is container ready. Species scrambles. I think these all had recent updates. Yeah, that's container ready. Pizza factory. Is container ready. The Dixie Delight Pie Company is container ready. This should be container ready as well. These are all newer factories. Yep, this one has a pallet trigger. So this one is container ready. And then we're getting right back into all the prairie stuff, all the newer stuff. We are completely done with... I've got like nothing on my to-do list except for if Dixie finds anything wrong while we're testing. So my to-do list right now is completely done, y'all. Now I'm going to be bored until FS22 comes out. So I am going to throw you all on ending soon. I appreciate everybody stopping in today. Much appreciated. I'm going to grab lunch. Give me about 45 minutes. Then I'm going to come back in and jump in the new 16X map and just play for a bit. Be on the lookout this weekend for a bunch of updates. So keep an eye on the Facebook group this weekend. Nothing will get updated today because it's going to take me a couple hours to update everything, upload everything to Mega. So I have to go into Mega. I have to delete all of the existing files. I have to go into the Trello board. I have to remove all the links. Then I have to upload all the updates, and then update the Trello board, and then update Facebook. So that's a couple hours worth of work. Kevin Station 21, hello. I'm sorry, I only know English. I do apologize for that. But thank you for stopping in. Farm Chick says, have a great day. Bad Touch says, have a good one. Yeah, give me about 45 minutes to an hour and I'll be back.